If not, hey, tomorrow's a better day. Tomorrow's a new day. You have another chance to enjoy the day. Okay, I think we're almost set up on the recording. So welcome, Dr. Joe, Tyson, Eho, Bob, Rebecca. Tomorrow's a better day. Hold on, I know I have some. You have another chance to enjoy the day. Okay. So welcome everyone to the Healthy You Healthy Business webinar. I think I am ready. The recording looks like it is working. And if you ever want to come back and re-watch this is being recorded on my YouTube channel. My name is Tanisha Jackson. I am the owner, the founder of Surge Formation, a company that's dedicated to helping businesses surge to the next level of success. I like to work with small business owners who are feeling overwhelmed, frustrated. They're scrambling to find information and to be ready for that surge of customers coming in. So I like to help them to get organized, to set up their strategies and their processes, their bookkeeping. So I'm a bookkeeper, small business consultant, as well as a speaker. So if you need help with getting that foundation together, your processes, you want to save time and money, then I definitely encourage you to connect with me. So today, this is part of the Healthy You Healthy Business webinar series. We have some awesome speakers. This is a monthly webinar that I host, and I bring on different speakers to share their areas of expertise. And I have two dynamic speakers coming to you today. So before I introduce them, we're going to take a little time to just relax and refresh and get rid of any stress that we may be feeling. So I'm going to bring to you my friend, Dr. Joanne Kaysen, who is affectionately known as Dr. Joe. She is our very own heart math mentor and national board certified health and well-being coach. And she's going to take us through a simple heart math breathing technique. Dr. Joe, welcome.
Welcome to you too, Tanisha, and to my colleagues. Thank you for the opportunity. And so we're going to do a heart lock-in technique. And this technique helps you to connect more deeply to our heart. It's a way of reconnecting and helping you to renew and recharge your systems. So it's very simple. It's an on-demand. You can do it anywhere, except if you're going to drive, keep your eyes open. But if you just take a moment, anywhere you are, you don't have to be in any pose, but I like to invite you to close your eyes. It is a safe place. And close your eyes and then take your hands and put it over your, find your area of your chest, put one hand over your heart area and put the other hand over top of it so that you are connecting with your heart. All right, and your eyes are closed, and I'll lead you through the heart lock-in technique. Focus your attention in the area of the heart. Imagine your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area. Breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. Find an easy rhythm that's comfortable. Activate and sustain a regenerative feeling such as appreciation, care, or compassion. Radiate that renewing feeling to yourself and others. Now, let your mind bring back to you your day and any people, anything that you want to send a special bit of love to them. Hold them in your mind and in your heart. Radiate that love to them. Coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back together. So with the heart lock-in technique, it's been vetted out by the Heart Math Institute for the last 30 years, and they've been doing research on the heart, that we can communicate with others heart to heart. Does anybody want to share out who they sent some love to in their time with me? Who came to your mind that you wanted to send love to?
My wife.
Mm-hmm. Your wife. And when you go home, when you see her, you'll say, honey, did you feel extra love coming your way? And Heart Math will tell you they have research that shows it's real. Anyone else would like to share? Who came to your mind?
My daughter.
And she will be feeling that love. Thank you. Thank you. So you can use this technique anytime you want. You don't have to close your eyes. You could be in an office. You could be around people. You could be at the dinner table. All you have to do is focus your attention in the area of the heart and just be still. This is called heart lock-in. I thank you, Tanisha, for allowing me to share one of Heart Math's major simple techniques with your guest tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. Let's show her some love. Throw up some hearts in the chat, smiley faces. Yes, yes, I love it. I got to take you with me everywhere when I do my in-person events. Like, hey, Dr. Joe, we're going to take this on the road. I love it. So hopefully you're feeling more relaxed and stress-free. I know I sent love to every one of you on this call, so hopefully you felt a little extra love and received it. Nothing but positive vibes here. So thank you again, Dr. Joe.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to bring to you our first speaker, and the theme for tonight is keys to building your teams, finances, and business. And our first speaker is an educated consumer is our best client. That is actually his phrase. An educated consumer is our best client. He is a financial educator. He helps families earn more income and become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. Without further ado, please welcome Jonathan Leon.
Thank you very much, Tanisha. Welcome, everybody. I am very grateful for this opportunity to present some concepts to your audience. Jonathan Leon, I'm with Primerica Financial Services. We consider ourselves a walking, talking bank that actually makes house calls. We consider ourselves financial educators. We teach people about money concepts, basically how money works. And in addition, I actually have a brochure if you're interested. Just my contact information is in the chat room. I can send you out a PDF on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm trying to share my screen. Remember, please forgive me, I'm an old person. Technology does not come easy. So I am going to attempt to share the screen and use my whiteboard. So everybody tell me, hold on a second, let me clear this first. I want to share the screen. Share. Okay, no, this is not what I wanted, but let me try this one again. Sorry, people. I have my, here we go, new whiteboard. Can everybody see my whiteboard? Thumbs up? Am I sharing? Okay, excellent. So what we like to talk about is something called the financial house. Everybody knows, when you build a house, we talk about how a house is built, so on and so on. What we do is we show people how you build your financial house. And what do I mean by that? So let me start by doing a couple of, kind of draw a couple of things for you. So when you're building a house, what's the first thing you put into a house? What's the first thing your contractor is going to put down when he's building a house? Anybody want to join? I mean, we can just open this up for questions or
Your ground.
yeah, your foundation. Exactly. So what is the foundation of a financial house? And if you build a regular house, you need to have a strong foundation to build your house upon. So in a financial house, your most important, the most important thing you can put into your financial house is a strong foundation. And what's the foundation? And that's money. Without money coming into the house will fall. So what we do is we offer something called, very simply put, income protection. It's a fancy word for life insurance, because in your financial house, if you don't have money coming in, is your family going to be able to survive inside that financial house? Probably not, correct? You need to have money to support your house. So the next thing we do when we build your house is that we put up the walls of a house. Okay, very simply put. Let me keep drawing here. We put up the walls. Why is the color changing? Sorry, my apologies. Okay, and then what we do is we're now going to put a roof over your house. Why do you put a roof over your house? Because once you put the walls up, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this while I'm chatting, and this is not working for me here. I'm going to go back to simple drawing. Okay, so pardon my crude drawing. Okay, so we put up the roof to dry the house in. Before you can put anything into your house, you need to have a dry roof. So what is included inside your roof? Very simply, there's 3 important legal documents. Let me do that. Sorry about that. There's 3 important not financial, call them legal documents. The first is a will, living will, and power of attorney. If you're not familiar, hold on a second. I'm winging this, so I appreciate that. Appreciate your patience. So what are these documents? If you don't know what a will is, that directs where your assets go. God forbid something happens to you. Next, the living will. That is if, say, you're unable to communicate, or you need to have some financial things done. There's someone who is taking care of you. When to pull the plug, as it were, how long, what are your directions as far as end of life needs? And the last is a power of attorney, because if you're not able to take care of financial decisions, then they go undone and it can cause the roof to collapse. So you need to have these 3 important documents taken care of you. Next, what we do is we're going to start putting the floors into your house. Okay, so what's on the first floor? The first floor are your short-term savings. Excuse me, I'm sorry, that's your emergency fund. What is your emergency fund? Emergency fund, experts will tell you, you need to have 3 to 6 months of expenses. If you lose your job and you don't have any savings, what are you going to do for expenses? So it's anywhere from 3 to 6 months. We like to say expenses. Some people like to say take home pay. That's your choice, but it's, I just lost the screen.
Oh, I think that's my fault. I don't know what happened.
Let me see if I can get it back.
Can you pull it back up?
Let me see, blah, 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 blah. Open the board. No, hold on, let me try it. Sometimes it's
Okay, it's coming back up.
Oh, well, let me see if I have the right Here we go. That's it.
Okay, there you go. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Hopefully it's loading the one. As you can tell, I was not an art major in school. Here we go. So you need to have some emergency funds set aside. God forbid you lose your job. How are you going to support your family? The next floor of the house that you're going to put in this is your short-term savings. So what are your short-term savings? What are the needs for short-term savings? Say you're looking to buy a house, a car, take a vacation. So you need to have some money set aside for those goals, correct? Does that make sense so far? Any questions about what we're doing? Everybody good, following along? The next floor of your house is what we call your long-term or retirement savings. And the last floor that we put in up here is saving for, say, college. And why do we put college last? Because as you know, there's many ways to fund colleges. There's student loans, there are work study programs, many different programs. The one thing that no one's going to lend you money for, I promise you, is your retirement. So while everybody thinks they need to save for their children's colleges, you need to think about yourself first. And one of the things we talk about is think about when you get on an airplane and you're going through the emergency checklist. When they say the mask comes down, who should you put the mask on first? Yourself before you help somebody else. Because if you don't have that mask on, are you going to be able to help somebody else? So it's very important you think about in terms of what you're looking for in terms of goals. And then last but not least, and you're going to have to forgive me with this one, what we do is we put the chimney on the house. And what we do with that is we smoke out your debt. So we teach people how to debt, which is very important. No one wants to be in debt when they're 65 years old. I promise you, but that debt is a very, very big problem in today. So let me get out of this, share the screen. Sorry about that. Do you want to close? Let's see. No, I didn't want to do that. My apologies. Close the whiteboard. Okay. Are there any questions on my financial house? My apologies for my drawing. Hopefully that made a little bit of sense on where we're going and how we try to get that accomplished for people. There's a couple other concepts that I wanted to talk about. You know, the most important is life insurance. It's a three-legged protection stool that we offer people. First is life insurance or income protection. Next is savings for retirement. And third is legal protection. Those to me are the three biggest things that people need to think about when you're putting together a financial plan, or as you can see, when you're building your financial house. Type of life insurance, that's, you know, Primerica, we only offer term life insurance. We operate under theory, what we call buy term, invest the difference. Studies have shown, you can talk to people like, or if you follow Susie Orman, or God, what's that gentleman's name? He's been all over, Dave Ramsey. Thank you. He'll always talk about the types of life insurance you should buy and should avoid. It's always buy term, invest the difference. Because life insurance is nothing more than income protection. It's sold as savings, you know, whatever. Really, it's designed to protect your income, simply put. Next, you got to have savings. Life insurance is for if you die too young, you need money. But if you live too long, you need money. So we do buy term, invest the difference. And last but not least is the legal protection aspect of it, because your assets are important. You get to be a certain, even not even a certain age. Say you have children, God forbid something happens to you or your spouse or both of you, what happens to your children? You need to have these documents laid out in writing so someone can follow your instructions. That makes sense to everybody. Yes, no, maybe, perfect, okay. I know I've talked a little bit, I don't know how much time Tanisha has allotted me. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I know there was an interview Tanisha did that she published on or put on her website, covers some of these concepts. But it's very important you sit down and talk to someone to map out building your financial house. I can't stress that enough. It's extremely, extremely important. And you can't let it wait too long because everybody goes, oh, I have time tomorrow. I have time tomorrow. We all know the date that we were born, correct? Everybody has a birthday. No doctor has ever found when they looked at a baby and looked at their foot and had an expiration date. So you don't know when your last day is. There's about 8,000 plus people every day don't wake up, don't come home from work. So those people did not expect that to happen. I promise you, with very, very rare exception, most people leave the house in the morning thinking they're going to be home in the afternoon. And I can tell you from experience, a lot of people, it's their last day, unfortunately. So you need to be an adult and you need to prepare for the future. And we help people prepare for the future. That is our goal. We hope you live to be 100 years old, no doubt about it. But you need to prepare for the eventuality if something happens to you yesterday. Does that make sense? I guess I think I've covered what I needed to cover. Tanisha, you ready to turn it over to Tyson? Or do you want any questions for me? I'll open it up. I'll open up to the floor if there's any questions.
Yeah, we can open it up for 1 or 2 questions if anybody has anything.
Okay, that great of a speaker that I've answered everybody's questions about personal finance. That's great. Now, what we offer is what we call a financial needs analysis. And I do that complimentary. We sit down and talk to our people because our goal is, like, I use this as a great example. If you're going on a roadmap somewhere, so Rebecca, I'll ask you, where are you located? What part of the country?
I'm in New Mexico.
Excellent. So if you were in New Mexico to visit Tanisha and she's in Columbus, Ohio, have you ever been to Tanisha's house in Columbus, Ohio? Okay, no. So how would you get there? You get in your car, turn the tunes on, you got your radio going, you got your air conditioning going, seatbelts on, but before you pull out of your driveway, what's the last thing you're going to do before you hit the road?
Make sure that I have the fuel and the necessities that I need. It's a really long road trip.
Absolutely. But you're going to need to know Tanisha's address. So what are you going to do? You're going to put that into your GPS, correct? How to get there, right? So think about your finances. You're here. You want to get here. We provide you with a roadmap on how to do it, okay? And we do that complimentary. So we can give you a financial roadmap free of charge. Simply put, the only thing I ask in return, we always say, well, how much does it cost? Well, nothing. We just ask for referrals. So if I did a great job for you, would you refer me to 5 or 10 people? I hope so. That's all it would cost you for a free financial plan. Would that be a fair deal for you? Okay. So think about it like that. You're here, you want to get here, we give you a roadmap on how to do it. All right, so jump in the car, punch in the GPS, and let's get rolling. All right, Tanisha, I think unless anybody else has any more questions, I'll sit back and enjoy the rest of the presentation.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Jonathan. Let's show him some love, throw up some hearts, some hand claps. Thank you so much. And yes, we did a special interview where he dived in even deeper on this topic. So make sure to check out my YouTube channel for that video. Very interesting, good, valuable information. And I will be sharing my information on how to connect with me on YouTube later on. So next we have another awesome speaker who is also in the financial education arena. So you're getting a whole bunch of love today. But finances is not all that she specializes in. She can help you build your teams as well as build your business. So I'm going to bring to you Tyson Whittington. Tyson, welcome.
Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you so much for having me here on your platform. And, this is a long time coming. So I appreciate the attendance. And Jonathan, great presentation. Really appreciate your dedication to the crusade. So like Jonathan, I am an agent. And a lot of people in the industry who know me call me the agency builder. So I actually work for an IMO, which is Premier Financial Alliance, and I write for National Life Group. We specialize in IULs and annuities. So like Jonathan, we do teach about investing. And so we actually have a different type of policy than him, which is more on the actual living benefits with the in the opportunity to have your money grow while you're in the policy. So basically your premium is not separate from your policy. It is growing in your policy. So, but today I'm not going to talk about my product. You guys can see my link inside of the chat. I'm going to talk to you guys about how I help agents build their business. So first, what we focus on in every strategy, just like John talked about building a house, we build our businesses. And so when you first start off in any business, and I myself actually am what they call like an entrepreneur of all different areas, and I have hit different businesses. I started off as cleaning homes really young, and then I ventured off to become a chef. And when I became a chef, I was there for about 15 years, and I built a kitchen for Northwestern University, actually Kellogg Business College. And so I ran that organization for about 8 years. And through that, I basically started off the small kitchen as probably about 12 employees. When I retired, it was 58 employees. So I ran that, and basically it was very successful. We went from like small little events to huge events that were paying out close to $2 to $3 million per event. So it really was a big project. So from there, I learned a lot. And I learned that I can expand my businesses in different areas. So when I retired, I did start a small company, which is a Airbnb cleaning service. And I was doing it mainly for about 5 years by myself. I really didn't want to bring many people on because I was, working it for myself and my family. But after a while, the word got out, and just like in our businesses, the word's going to get out about your business, and you're going to need people to support you. You can't do everything on your own. And someone told me that you're not a business until you have employees. So I started working on creating a system. So if you can, I'm not sure if you guys have notebooks or anything that you have to write on, but I want you to write a circle at the top with you. So it would be the YOU in that circle. And then I want you to draw 3 lines down, separating in that circle. And then down in there, you're going to write more circles. So connecting those lines to your main circle. And in each of those circles, you will have someone in those circles. And so what we call this is the napkin presentation, right? You want your business to grow. So when you started the business and you're creating the business and running the business, you have to have a system. So when you have that system, you're basically passing that system on to each person in each circle. And once you create that system, you're teaching them to duplicate exactly what you're duplicating. And once you learn that, you're going to, once your person learns that, so all three people that you taught your system, you're going to teach them to teach three people the system. And so a lot of people start, really understanding that they want their business to grow. So just like McDonald's started as a small little hut type restaurant, and he learned that his system can be duplicated. He taught more people how to flip burgers and how to make a burger. And then he said, oh, I need more locations. So then he got more locations and he taught those people inside of there how to build. So if you're looking for your business to grow, you want to position yourself to be able to teach someone else your system. Now, Tanisha wanted me to really point out, you're developing your system and then you're developing your team. And now you want to focus on your finances. One thing that I hit a wall with is when I started to build, I was losing money because now all the money's not coming to me. Now I have to share the money with my employees. So then you have to think about what is your actual price for your product and how are you going to be able to expand your product and be able to expand yourself at the same time. So you want to be able to know how to delegate the funds to your people who work for you. And then once they begin to start building, how do you delegate those funds? So it's a whole new system when you start really expanding yourself. And another thing is developing your business. So now that you have like this big, huge team, and you've allowed yourself to expand yourself and teach the system to your next team members, and now your team members are building their business, now you want to see how can I get even bigger. So what I did was I started off in Chicago, and then when I moved to Phoenix in Arizona, I started to say, okay, well, I know I need to start a separate business. I allowed the business to run in Chicago, and then I started hiring here in Phoenix. So for me, my position is I want to be able to eventually have a franchise. So I allow the business to run in Chicago, and I still delegate and operate under my system and allow those girls to run the product in Chicago. And then long as that system is running, it's all separate entities. So the same way McDonald's has different, like how Jonathan said, build a house, it's the same thing for your business. You may have your business may be over the line, like an e-commerce business. You want to be able to say, okay, well, I'm going to hire Rebecca. Rebecca's going to work for me online, but she's going to run her system for herself. So we're going to be in a position to where I still make money for myself, but I'm still benefiting a small portion of what she does. So if you look at your business as far as you want to expand it, you really want to get more people to work with you. You want more people to be able to understand your concept, understand your goals, and allow yourself to build your business and allow other people to work with you. So I'm not sure if you guys have any questions. As far as the agency builder, it's the same exact concept. As an agent, we basically go out, hire other agents. We teach them our system concepts, and then we allow the system to run itself. And of course, we all know as independent, independent contractors or independent workers or businesses, we have to have the dedication and the desire for our business to grow first. So once you have that, and the people who are working for you understand your desire, understand your concept, understand the system, then you will see your business start to flourish. So I'll open it up to any questions.
Okay, well, I guess there's no questions. Last call. All
Well,
right.
ask a question, Tanisha.
What'd you say?
I would like to ask a question to the guest.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Rebecca, tell me about your business.
I actually have two. So I have a health and wellness business where it has also a systemized way to bring in people. So you come in as a consumer and you have the opportunity to build an income producing asset with the expense of your food. In particular, this particular business is that way. And then I have a lifestyle brand that I run myself. So I don't have any agents in that particular business.
Mhm. So are you looking to expand that business that you run individually?
Yeah, I'm going to be working with a local publisher who is going to allow more of an opportunity to have more exposure, because right now I'm building it by myself and I'm actually not doing like lead generation or anything like that. It's just been word of mouth, building that particular business. So I am working with an agency right now to get more exposure.
Awesome. And so will that exposure help you to get more people to support your business or just to become clients?
Yeah, to become clients. And then, well, because I have an online presence where I create content as well as an opportunity to coach with me. So I do lifestyle coaching in this lifestyle brand. But it's my health and wellness business that I have integrated with Cultured Society, and I'm able to bring on more people to expand that business globally.
Mhm. And that's an e-commerce company.
Right.
Mhm. Okay. So do you feel like anything that was spoken today could help and benefit you in your area of business?
Well, it's really just having strategies in place consistently to be able to have people know what you're doing. So the more people that you know what you're doing, obviously your business is going to grow.
Mhm. Yeah. And I appreciate that because that's very true. Once you realize that you have to put out the word of your business and that behind that is comes your dedication
Mhm.
and your desire for your business to grow. So I appreciate your voice here today and your attendance. Thank you so much. Jayla, could you tell us about your business?
It's Jalea,
Okay. Echo.
actually, and we can do one more and then we'll have to move on, Tyson. Jalea, are you with us?
Maybe
She might have
Deanna.
stepped away.
We just wanted to get some feedback on what you guys thought about the talk today. Okay, Tanisha, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tyson. Let's send her some love, some hand claps. Thank you so much for sharing with us more about how to build your teams and your business. And as you can see, she has a wealth of information. So feel free to connect with her. I believe her contact information is in the chat as well as Jonathan's. So in conclusion for this webinar, I just have a few announcements and special, I don't know, a giveaway. Yes, I have a giveaway because I like to give stuff away. So give me a second while I share my screen. We will get right on it. Okay, can you see my screen okay? Do you see a QR code on the screen? Okay, good. All right, so I would like to give away a free guide. This is 100 social media marketing tips to boost your following, gain authority, and increase engagements on all platforms. So if you're interested, this is just the ebook, and all you have to do is fill out this QR code. You can scan it or you can type in You can go to the website and make sure to enter the code SURGE. All caps. I'm not sure if it matters, but it's all caps, and I'll just give you about a minute to go ahead and do that and just let me know what you thought about today's webinar. I would love to get some feedback, and you have the opportunity to get some more exposure about what you do if you put your contact information in there and allow me to share your testimony on my social media platforms. So that's a pretty cool way to get some free exposure, just to FYI. You never know who will be watching these webinars or who will be on here attending. It could even be a couple of weeks down the road or a year later, someone might reach out to you and say, oh yeah, I remember you from that webinar, or I got your information, I saw the replay. So you just never know. It's all about just sowing those seeds, and you don't know how, when, or where it's going to grow. So I'll give you a couple more seconds before I move on.
Okay, I filled out everything.
You're ready, Jonathan.
I
Okay,
think the
awesome.
questionnaire, so good to go.
Okay. And Rebecca, I will share with you as well. I did one of the Healthy You Healthy Business webinars. We talked about lead generation. So I encourage you to check out that replay. Again, that's on my YouTube, which I'll be sharing later before at the end of this webinar. I would definitely put my information on there. So feel free to check that out and let me know if you have any questions. We had an awesome speaker at that webinar, Mo Jones, who has a lead generation system. Okay.
I just subscribed.
Okay, awesome. All right, so upcoming events, I wanted to share, this can help you in so many ways if you haven't heard of Toastmasters. Has anybody here heard of Toastmasters? No, nobody's heard of it. Okay, great.
Yes, I
Oh,
thumbs
two
up.
people. Okay,
No,
okay, awesome.
Rebecca, thumbs up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you. Okay, I see you and Rebecca. For those who haven't heard of Toastmasters, there's so many benefits to being here, and I'm not going to elaborate too much, but I just wanted to invite you to check it out. You can go to toastmasters.org to get more information. But this is a great place to work on your communication, your leadership skills, team building skills. I know Tyson talked about building your team. Communicating with your team and learning how to work with them and train them is definitely important. So that is all part of the process of building your team, and Toastmasters will help you get there. What I like about it is that they give you feedback. Have you ever went to a presentation where you actually get to give feedback on how the presentation was? And when I mean how, I mean the details, like, okay, you gave some good, it was a good presentation, but I would like to see more videos or pictures in your presentation, or maybe they didn't give a slideshow presentation and you needed to see visuals. I'm talking about that kind of feedback. It's more detailed feedback that you will get, and everybody is welcoming, and it's really all about just helping you grow and reach your goal for joining. So they have, I think it's 10 or 11 different, they call them pathways, but think of it like a major. You know, in college, we have to declare a major, and mine was accounting. So you can look at, as you can see on the left side, these are lists of all of the, they call them pathways, but you can look at it as a major, something that you want to focus on, when you join this community. So as you can see, you have a lot of options, and you can go through all of them if you want to. You'll gain a lot of valuable information. And I like to think of it like a toolbox. When you go through Toastmasters, you have a wealth of tools that you can use, and it's all about just figuring out what tool do I want to use for this situation. So that's what I like about Toastmasters. It's also a great way to network. If you're looking for a place to network and to get more visibility, definitely Toastmasters is another great place that you can network, because people are not really looking to, it's not networking in the traditional sense, of course, because it's an organization based upon communication and leadership. But you meet awesome people, and you never know what connections you may make in this community. So I definitely encourage you again to check it out. And I have a special announcement. I have a VIP Go-Getters community. It's a Facebook community that I'm inviting you to join if this is something you think you'd be interested in. It's for small business owners who just want to be part of a supported community. You want to connect with like-minded business owners who are givers and like to share resources. And if you're a person who you want to increase your visibility, you want to save time and money, I'm going to be sharing a lot of valuable information in this community that's only for this community, some tips, some tricks, some things that I've learned. And also, if you're looking for just some direction or encouragement, then this community is for you. So some of the benefits: there's going to be trainings on different topics, how to increase clients, content creation, marketing, and a host of other topics, hot topics, as they say. In addition to that, your business will be listed for free on the business directory. You also, as I mentioned, get to connect with other business owners. So again, another place to gain visibility and to collaborate. You will also have access to exclusive networking events. You'll be able to promote your business in this group. I know some groups out there, they're very strict and they won't allow you to promote, but in this community, you can promote. And you'll have access to special resources. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, I love to give away things. So there's going to be special giveaways and prizes. So as you can see, I gave a total value for this community of $2,500, but I want to make it reasonable for you. But I just wanted to let you know how much work and time and value this community offers. But you have two options if you're interested in joining. The option one is just to pay the monthly fee, or you can pay the one-time fee, which you will get 30% off. So very small cost to pay for a lot of value. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely feel free to connect with me. You can scan my QR code, or you can go to my link tree, as you see there. And I'm also going to put this in the chat in just a second. So again, my name is Tanisha Jackson. I'm a speaker, a strategic and operations consultant at Surge Formation, dedicated to helping business owners who are feeling overwhelmed. They're lacking strategy, processes, procedures, and they just need that support to help them reach their goals. Okay, so let's give a special thank you and round of applause to our awesome speakers today, Tyson Whittington and Jonathan Leon. Woohoo! Thank you so much for being here today and sharing the wealth of information. I hope you gained something valuable out of this. And if nothing else, don't forget to connect even if you don't need their services, you may know somebody that they need to connect with and vice versa. So you can be a referral partner for them and vice versa. So again, I hope you had a great day. Does anybody have any last minute questions or anything that they want to ask? Jonathan.
I just wanted to thank you, Tanisha, for putting this together. I appreciated being a part of it, and looking forward to seeing more of these events. Hopefully being a part of them.
Awesome. Yes, I'm glad that you got to join us today. And actually, this is going to be the last Healthy You, Healthy Business webinar for the season. I know we're entering summer. A lot of people are traveling, a lot of holidays and stuff. So I'm going on hiatus, and I will reconvene with season 3 coming up in the fall. I haven't set up official date yet, but it will be starting up in the fall. And I would love any feedback. I know these have been, typically it's the first Friday of every month at 7 p.m. Eastern. But if there's a better time that you all think would be better, that more people may be more apt to come, then feel free to let me know, because I am considering changing the time and the day to just still in the evening, but just maybe a different day. I'm thinking maybe a Monday or a Wednesday evening. I haven't decided yet. So if you have any feedback, I am more than welcome to receive it. Okay, well, thank you again, everyone. Don't forget, today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So open up that gift, use that gift, and you go out and be a gift in the world.